The collapse of the ego, the breakthrough, awakening, enlightenment, to enter the kingdom of heaven, to encounter your true nature, to be alive in a dimension which encompasses all dimensions. The purpose of the game, what are pointing philosophy and religion toward. So, the rule of the game is to bring your ego to the point it collapses. All you know is your ego. Your seeker is your ego. Your directional ego is your ego. The dynamic of bringing the ego to the point where it is absolutely not will make you encounter a number of resistance. Why? Because the ego is made of filters, and those filters are defending their ground, they're holding their ground. So on the way to the breakthrough, and I like to use the concept of a breakthrough because it's more neutral than awakening or enlightenment or the kingdom of heaven. On the way toward the breakthrough, your ego knows in advance what is going to happen. It knows in advance at every level. It knows in advance in order to maintain its structure. You have that friend. She's young, pretty, she's in love with a man, you know him, you know her. You know very well it's not going to function, and you know she's going to hit a heartbreak wall. You try to tell her. Carried by a projection emotion, she gets into a story, and she hits a heartbreak wall, and 2 years after, her life is a catastrophe. Well, similarly, your ego knows in advance what is going to happen, to a degree. That's why you have mental fog. That's why you have irrelevant emotion. That's why you have all those decoys which come to the surface in order to maintain identification, to maintain the grabbing point. So when you will be on the way to the breakthrough, on the way to awakening, your ego will start to get crazy. We see that with Jesus meeting Satan 3 times in a desert. We see that with a Buddha facing an army of demons. We see that with many, many mystics. When that happens, what will save you? Your only security is your ability to step back, readapt. It's a quality of your distancing. When you meditate, you train your distancing. So in the process toward the breakthrough, it's very likely your ego will go crazy. Your ego will prefer craziness, disorder, chaos, than letting go. Each time you make a progress, what I mean by a progress is you raise your level of consciousness. If you have some attention toward your non-attention, you will see you get a counterattack. Your ego will react in order to regain the territory it lost. Your ego is a thief, stealing every perception, stealing everything. And his biggest ally is thought. Why thought? Because thoughts come from memory. And your ego only exists through memory. So attention to your non-attention, the quality of your distancing, is really the key to help you going through those last trench where your ego will start to get crazy.